There's over 30,000 people see them front at Footy Park in the mothballed semi-final. The first tap goes in towards Maynard. Can't get it out. Abernethy over the top. With him there is Anderson. They grovel for the ball. McDermott knocked on by Cruz on the outer side. Curtis can't get it out. Yes, he can. He's got the run of the ball now. Slips it back to Leslie. Anderson at centre wing. That's where it'll wind up, but can he keep it in play? The umpire said no, and the ball will be put back at centre wing outer side. A wonderful crowd. A great scene at the back of Footy Park. But David Darcy, have a look at the bandage on the side there of Russell Johnson.
Yes, it's enormous. Heard it last week, of course. Carey looks fit and well. McDermott. Harvey went out onto the ground for Port Adelaide, Peter, but he's not out there at the moment. He went out in the preliminaries. We expected that he might have been given the job on either Maynard or McDermott. He's not there at the moment. He must have gone to the interchange bench. But so they've lined up just about as is. Carey to McDermott. Kernahan around Russell Johnson. He goes back for McDermott. The kick now towards centre half forward. Cruz has got front spot at the back. Hutton in trouble. Leslie into help. Maynard skirts the pack. The umpire will come to bounce. The umpires today are Thorpe and Argent. No score after a minute and a half of football.
Yes, Russell Ebert has Curtis roving, Fiachi in the back pocket, Darren Smith at half forward and Tyler at full forward. So he certainly hasn't taken any notice of the press or the media, and why should he? Abernethy through half forward. Chance now for Tyler. He's up and he's marked it. Would have to pay that, no doubt about that. Doing the windmill action with the right arm there because he may have hurt it when he fell, but he looks okay. But he's got it at centre half forward in the first shot at goal in this knockout first semi-final. Port Adelaide had problems with David Hines at full forward in recent weeks. So Mark Tyler has got the job. The kick on the way. He's pushed it out to the right. First score on the board. A point to Port Adelaide. And we're just past 2 minutes of this first quarter.
Port kicking with the breeze. I don't think it's as strong as it was yesterday, and certainly no rain anticipated. So looking forward to a big clash. But that was a great attacking movement by Abernethy through the centre. It's Russell Ebert's philosophy that the only way to play Footy Park is long. Just kick for the goal square all the time. So I think you'll find that's the way they'll go this afternoon in their quest to play in the preliminary final next week. West edges the ball out to the outer side. Big leap there. Murphy over the top towards the line. Kernahan back in defence. Won't make it as the ball goes out of play in the right full forward pocket of Port Adelaide. Breeze has got to be worth a couple. Unbelievable scene at the back of Footy Park. How lucky we are. Throw in inside the half forward line. Carey, a rumour during the week he had a pulled muscle. I'd like to be sure of that he hasn't. Stringer in. Down they go in a heap, and the umpire will come in to bounce.
3 minutes into the first semi-final. Port Adelaide are a point. The Bay's yet to score. The umpire sorted a free kick out. Andrew Obster's got it. Dermott, I think, may have been the offender. He's gone short. He'll be successful. Phillips had found space. And now the centre half forward will have a shot for goal. Maybe marginally too far out to score. He's about 50 metres. Wind assisted, of course. Usually gives them a pretty big thump. Greg Phillips, a slow start to the season, but the latter half has been excellent. Drop punt. Won't quite get the distance. He hooked it a fraction also to ground. Jennifer and Salisbury. Tyler also tries to keep it in play. Can't. Throw in the left forward pocket.
Port Adelaide kicking with the breeze to the northern end in this first quarter. 4 minutes into it, and Port Adelaide have done some attacking, although the game hasn't really opened up. No trends evident yet. Peter Carey, the mainstay for the Bays, obviously. Darren Smith in front of him on that occasion. Grenvold was very clever to Hewitt. Hewitt will go straight up the centre. Leslie's in front of Hall. A great punch away to Curtis. Through goes Boyd from half-back. Boyd lines it up, but he's hit the post. Well, I wonder if that is a trend for Port Adelaide in this game. A bit of bad luck. Port, 2 points. The Bays get to score.
What a brilliant rebound effort, Greg Boyd. Brilliantly done. All the short passes come astray. Got to be a goal here. No, the umpire's going to give a free kick. Push in the back. And listen to the Port crowd go mad. Not happy at all. Hardly hear yourself speak in the commentary box. Carey gets the ball out. Marshall. Half-back line. Further now towards centre wing. Hall the leap up. Murphy. Now McDermott. The running player on the outer side. Donovan attack with method. Out comes Kidney. With him there, Fiachi almost. Out goes the Bay player to hurry in Woodlands, I think it is. And it's a goal, but is the umpire going to pay it? No. I think you'll find from the crowd reaction that the goal was kicked in any case. But the umpire is going to bring it back, and Woodlands is going to take his free kick. A set shot, 35-40 metres out on a similar angle. The Magpies 2 points. The Bay's yet to get on the board. Into the breeze, he should make the distance from 35. Nice looking kick, and he's popped it through. The Bays are on their way. They're a goal, and caught 2 points on 7th big lead.
He's a dangerous forward. He kicked 5 last week, Craig Woodlands, and he started with the first goal for them today. And of course, Kidney had taken that off. The umpire didn't pay the advantage. It had to go back to Woodlands. As I said, he's booted their first goal. Important one into the breeze. It came at the 6-minute mark. They're a goal. Quarter 2 points.
Port Adelaide have gone forward probably 3 times. The Bays only once. It's good percentage work by the Bays. Brilliant work in the middle by Carey as he takes it out of the air, gets the kick away, but it's Boyd for Port Adelaide. Slams it towards the boundary on grandstand side, and there'll be a throw in. Left half forward flank for Port Adelaide, or just the attack side of centre wing. Carey and Johnston, they'll be doing battle for most of this day. Over the top, Phillips. He loves doing that, but it's Maynard who leads in the race to the ball. Very close to the line. He fell over initially, and the ball out now, so we'll see another throw in. Left half forward flank for Port Adelaide.
Peter Maynard in brilliant form, coming off a best on ground performance last week. Throw in full forward left pocket, almost out to the half forward line. Carey up, trying to get it to McDermott. Sock it off the ground towards the half back line. Harrison's out of play when he hooks that back, and he only gained about 3 or 4 metres in any case. The throw in will take place still on Port's half forward left flank. 7 minutes gone in the first semi-final, a knockout game. Johnson tried to get round Carey. Anderson over the top, a high tackle. It's been going to take on the half back line now by McDermott. To edge the Bays out of defence, he gets the lead from Hall. Another one from Cruz, going in longer. Cruz is going to get a leap at this, or is he? Over the top, Johnson. Fine mark in front, Martin Leslie.
Leslie started brilliantly against Tony Hall. So's Boyd. Boyd's kick now is towards centre half forward. Phillips won't get there. Oh, that's a fine mark by David Kernahan. Kernahan now directs it out for Hall. He's got away from Leslie on this occasion, but he made good meterage, Leslie, to spoil. Rowan Smith for Darren Smith in the pocket. Covered up by Donovan. Well done as he flips it back to Kernahan. Kernahan around Smith. Steady now and put it towards centre wing. Abernethy and Leslie up for Port Adelaide. Ewart a chance as Anderson will get there first. Oh, good tackle. Holding the ball they want, but they're not going to get it. Play on called as Ginniver and Grenville go desperately for it. Obs the chance. Tackle from Marshall was a strong one. Holding the ball, the decision. It was probably right too. A very good tackle by David Marshall. He's got it at centre half back. We'll boot the Bays into attack. Carey's made space. It's just too long for him, but he's got plenty of time. He's got a nice sit in the finish. Oh no, he's caught. Tyler's got him. Holding the ball, the decision, and again the correct one by the umpires. And a good chase and a good strong tackle from Mark Tyler. Tyler high towards the square. Big pack up. Nobody marked. Phillips out with it. Lost it. Ginniver's got it. Shoots to goal. Offline, point only. The Magpies not finding the goals. They're 3 points. The Bays are 1 straight goal.
They're really having to force the ball through that half forward area. They're not getting through very smoothly, apart from that one occasion when Boyd ran through. Port Adelaide's forward work is just really all brawn at the moment. A long kick out, no mark taken. Rowan Smith very clever off hands, but gee, fell over. Didn't help the situation. Now Anderson, he'll have to concede ground back to Rowan Smith. He holds his feet this time. He's kicked into that pocket though, which is useless for the forward area. Comes off hands, and Wayne Stringer just pushes it over the line. 3 points, Port Adelaide. Glenelg a goal. 9.5 minutes into this first quarter. Bourla's on the bench, it appears, with John Harvey. Kicked 10 goals in a match about 3 weeks ago, Bourla's. That's a good effort there by Grenville to gather that ball in. It comes out to Carey. Doesn't make the same mistake this time. Gets booped the ball very, very quickly. Hewitt and Harrison. Harrison with pace in front of Hewitt. And also coming in is Boyd. The ball's gone out of bounds. We'll see a throw in.
Half forward left flank. The Magpies in attack, but down by 3 points. Russell Johnson against Carey. The bodies go in. Line ball, that one. Marshall against Anderson. Anderson flicks it out. Abernethy. He can make the distance from here. He steadies. Puts it on its way. It's a magnificent kick. What a brilliant goal. 55 metres. Abernethy's first. The Magpies first. They hit the front by 3 points on Seven's big lead.
Pure class from Abernethy. It was a lovely handball though from Anderson, and he found space and away he went. From the moment it left his boot, it was always going to be a goal. One of the favourites for the 1987 Magarey medal. He's had a wonderful season, Bruce Abernethy. He boots Port Adelaide's first. They're 1-3. Glenelg are 1 goal.
Yeah, 1-3 Port Adelaide. And so they've been forward often enough to suggest that they're doing a few things correctly out there. Peter Carey's got the free kick in the middle. Puts it out wide. Marshall easily gets past Rowan Smith just as easily. Seabohm is on a lead. Marshall's going to go as long as he can. The ball on the way now. Delaney cuts it off. What a fine year, Delaney. Brings it out the grandstand side. Could be dangerous. No, Hutton helps him out and takes a fine mark. Hutton had the tough job on Michael H last week, and the Norwood champion made him pay pretty dearly for a few errors. Hutton brings it back towards centre wing. Anderson, the tallest player there, couldn't mark it. Obst, surely a free kick. Well, surely is not surely enough, obviously. Port Adelaide 1-3. The Bay's a goal, 11.5 minutes into the first quarter.
Yes, Peter, I agree. I think umpire Thorpe was unsighted by the mountain of players in front of him. Throw in. Oh, Phillips. Got a fist like a foot. Glenelg around the corner. Big Super's got to make a metre. If he had a pulled hamstring, he would have told on him then. No way known. Kick number 5, Peter Carey. He's going in short. Yeah, he didn't pull the kick either. Looks for Cruz. Gee, had his hands on it. Didn't complete it. Hutton, Harrison, a long kick up towards full forward. Set themselves in front. Hines thumped clear. Back towards the half-back line. Murphy lost it. Glenelg didn't. Does it well. The Bay's short. Now to Cruz. Over the top. Boyd again spoils. Harrison's going to bomb them into attack again. Whoop, it's a shocking kick. We'll find Carey. Bowls him. Middle stump. Lock, stock and barrel. Just kept in play there by West. Back to Carey. But the umpire indicates it's out of play in Port Adelaide's left full forward box.
12.5 minutes gone. First quarter. Great opening to this 1987 first semi-final. Port leading 1-3 for the Bay's 1 goal. Port wind assisted first quarter. Carey at the back. Gets it back to Ginniver, it was that took it. Now Tyler. Curtis is short and got it. On it goes. Here's a chance. Abernethy again, but he's missed. Oh, great chance when begging. Abernethy boots a point. Port 1-4. The Bay's 1 goal.
Missing opportunities. Curtis should really have stopped then. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, of course, particularly hindsight from the stand. But Abernethy on the run. Curtis well within range. Phillips in front of the pack. Over the top, Murphy, a good punch away. Kernahan. No, there's a free kick. Will be given to the Bay player out there. It looks like McDermott. McDermott pushes it back towards centre wing. Hall in front. But once again, Martin Leslie goes for the thump. And takes it to the line, so we'll see a throw in. Just the attack side of centre wing there for Port Adelaide. 5 scoring shots to 1, but Port Adelaide leading by only 4 points. They're going with a pretty strong breeze. Carey and Ruck takes it out of the air. He's having a ball out there. He's doing as he pleases. Feeds it out towards Maynard, who just keeps it in. And off he goes. That's what he loves doing. Maynard will run 100 metres. Tacks back. Gives it to McDermott, who has a quick kick away. That's a high ball. Hewitt's under it. He'll mark it. No problems. No contest. So the Bay's going to attack again. If they kick a goal this time, Port Adelaide hearts will start to sink. They haven't had much of the ball, Glenelg. And they're going against the breeze, and they're only 4 points down. Oh, that was close for a Seabohm mark, but it didn't happen. Hall, cleverly. Seabohm, left boot, hooks it back, a point. 14.5 minutes first quarter. Port Adelaide 1-4, the Bay's 1-1.
3 points the difference in the knockout semi-final. Delaney short. Harrison, Leslie, half-back flank. Port Adelaide will go high up towards centre wing. Rowan Smith, Kernahan behind. Smith in front, playing the man behind. Probably had the stronger grab. Kernahan from the attack side of centre wing thought about going to Hewitt. but now goes back to kick longer. Searching Cruz. Tony Hall wants to get a fly over the top. Johnson as well. He can't really get off the ground. That leg is obviously worrying him. Harrison gets the kick away. Darren Smith looks for Rowan Smith. No, doesn't need him. He elects to play on. Oh, he's run himself into trouble. Gets out of it well. Two Bay players flatten one another. In towards Phillips. Can't quite bring it down. Here's a chance now. It's Dalkin shoots for goal and hits the woodwork.
Yeah, Dalkin it was, Ian. Point as the result. They've kicked 1-5. And that would be worrying. Bay players everywhere. Hewitt hasn't got anybody within 40 metres of him. His kick is towards half forward and Maynard in space, and that's beautiful work. Maynard will be paid the mark. Russell Johnson obviously having problems with that leg. Woodland's on a lead. It's come from full back to half forward and the Port player hasn't touched it yet. Off goes Seabohm into the pocket. It's a good lead, pretty well put, although Delaney got to the front spot. In trouble, Phelps. Out goes Alan Stringer. Tackle was high. And he's going to be paid at half forward, right about 40 metres from goal, but on a fairly acute angle. Difficult pocket to kick goals from. He's nowhere near as strong as it was yesterday, of course, and that's going to make it a little easier. Stringer goes short, too long in fact for Cruz, who made a lead. At the back, Tony Hall, solidly met by Fiachi. Leslie in trouble, Kidney was the tackler. Umpire Thorpe into bounce, about 30 metres away from the Bay goal.
1-5 Port Adelaide, the Bay's 1-1, and there's not a lot of checking out there at the moment. Certainly by Port Adelaide, they're giving the Glenelg players plenty of space to move in. Comes off hands then, but another pack of players, so another bounce. Darren Smith at half forward, Tyler at full forward as we mentioned. Curtis probably has a job to do on McDermott if he can. Anderson wobbles one away. Obst, brilliant play. Rowan Smith had the kick smothered years ago again. Well done by Grenvold. Kernahan gave it to Marshall, then got it back. Kernahan shoots it in again. Bay's doing all the attacking at the moment. Russell Johnson was pushed out. It's his free kick. Umpire Thorpe, right where the action was. Johnson brings it out towards Phelps. Up goes Phillips, and there's a fight on it right half forward flank. Two Glenelg players and one Port Adelaide player. I think they'll even up the score in a minute. Away they go though, Port Adelaide with Anderson. Phillips providing the cover. Anderson goes as long as he can. It's Tyler from behind. Carey, the big man, goes up and takes the great mark in defence.
Peter, I was just about to say the game is not as physical as I thought it may have been between arch rivals Port and Glenelg, but all of a sudden it started in the back pocket and it's still going on. Delaney and Seabohm not exactly friends. Stringer, half back line to edge the Bays out of defence. The ground agog with a buzz of excitement as they start to get into the action. Johnson starting to get his feet off the ground, slips it back to Phelps. Not a great play that one, although he gets a ground covering kick. Carey, the easy mark in defence of possibly 15 metres. Laurie Argent pulls him back. Big super. Puts it out in front of Marshall. Rowan Smith could cut this off at the pass, or gets it back. Here's a chance now. Obbs gets himself clear, goes in with a short pass. Smith! Darren Smith, beautifully done, young Obst. Cool as you like. Picked out Smith 30 metres out, almost in front. Only one major from 6 scoring shots. Smith would need to get this one to give Port Adelaide a little confidence. Oh, geez, he stabbed at that, but he snuck through. That's his first. Port Adelaide 2-5 to 1-1 on Seven's big lead.
Oh, what a sensational pass it was from a very composed young player in Andrew Obst. He got it first from Rowan Smith, a tap over the top. The pass was an absolute beauty and Darren Smith has converted. They needed that one at the 19.5 minute. They'd only kicked one prior to that. They've got the breeze. And with that goal, they've established now a 10-point lead.
They'll need to go on with it in the remaining 10 minutes of this quarter. Russell Johnston and Peter Carey. Big Super is best man on the ground out there at the moment by a mile. He's just having a ball. Kernahan is going to get a free kick. I'm not sure what for. We'll bring it back now towards centre half forward. Back goes Russell Johnson. He loves doing that and he does it very well. Oh, didn't do that very well. There's a free kick to Curtis against kidney. Russell Johnson will always play on. Probably 100 times out of 100. I guess that adds up to always. He just never goes back for a kick. There he is again. Couldn't take the mark. Rowan Smith thrown down to the ground. Glenelg got it out again. Playing well, Glenelg. There's a kick away which goes towards McDermott. Bit of pass there as he tapped it over. Now Hall, Maynard. That's a great kick. Big chance for Maynard and he misses. It's a good effort though. 1-2 the Bays. Port Adelaide 2-5.
What a brilliant kick by Tony Hall. Just over the top of the head for Maynard. Had it sat for him, he would have been in business. Brilliantly put. Just didn't happen. Delaney. An awkward kick off. Big Jono's going to have to make a metre to get there. Nowhere to go. He's going to hand it back to his opponent. Super's bundled off the ball. Kicks out on the full. Didn't have a lot of choice there as Hutton's tackle was quick and pretty solid.
Russell Johnson now puts it towards centre wing. Darren Smith on the lead. Murphy across. Good hands. Murphy, who played so very well last week, now puts it towards centre half forward. Leap wanted. Only man there, Johnson. Both these ruckmen supreme in the air. Curry particularly in defence, and Johnson likewise. He's missed again with a handball. Fiacci will have to work hard now. He's broken one tackle. Away from Kidney he goes. Now he's lost it. Carey tries to get it out. Fiacci got a foot on it. Cruz flips it out, but only to Curtis, who's caught. Strong work now. Johnson in the direction of Phelps. Phelps goes back inside. Now he can get a kick at it. Towards half forward they go. Smith, Darren backing into the pack. Throws it out to Anderson. He's going to be caught. Oh, strong tackle from behind. Anderson tries to thump it clear. In goes Murphy for the Bays. Back to Glenelg, and they're out of trouble for the moment as the Glenelg kick goes close to the line. In fact, it just brought up the chalk. Out of bounds centre wing. 22 minutes into the first quarter. Port Adelaide 2-5. Lead Glenelg 1-2.
Phillips will come over the top again on this one and try to smash it, but he missed. And it's gone out of bounds again. There's a few problems out there for Port Adelaide at the moment, I fear, although trends will become more evident, I guess, in the second quarter when the Bays go with the breeze. Carey in front again. Fiacci took it off the top pretty well. Slams it back. Dowkins in front. That's a good mark. Plays it on pretty quickly. Tyler out from full forward. Up. Ginniver. The handball's on, but he didn't give it quickly enough. Wayne Stringer takes it away. Slams it back towards the line. And it goes over again. Left half forward flank for Port Adelaide.
Cool play by Wayne Stringer. Had nowhere to go. Played it cleverly. The throw in Johnson against Carey, and gee, what a duel this is going to be. Through went Phillips. Now it's Obb's turn. Phillips again. Fiacci slips it over. Here's a chance. Ginniver 30 metres out. Closing. The aluminium again. Port Adelaide cannot take a trick in the first quarter of the knockout semi-final.
They can't afford to miss those. You wouldn't see an easier opportunity to goal than that one from Ginniver. 2 goals from 8 scoring shots is poor result. They've had 23.5 minutes of the quarter. West to the outer side. Sun obviously affecting them out there, but Kernahan sheltered his eyes from the glare and took it easily. Off goes Hewitt. With him Harrison. Harrison did well to beat him. Short he goes, but it wasn't a good pass. It was intended for Rowan Smith. Marshall cut it off. Pushed it over the line. 24 minutes gone. Port in front by 10 points, but I don't think that's enough, Peter.
No, I think you're right, David. 24 minutes now. Finger-biting stuff, I guess, as Russell Johnson goes up, tries to drag it back. Glenelg caught. Well, he took a while there, but the umpire let him go with it. And there's a free kick being given to Martin Leslie. I thought it was initially, but it's going the other way. Chris McDermott, 6th kick. He's been in the action. Back towards Leslie. A big pack of players there. No Port Adelaide player stayed down. It was Hall to Woodlands. Out comes Delaney. There's one grabbing him today. Gee, they don't mind throwing it around a bit. Fiacci to Abernethy. Been off the ball for a while. Dowkin is a good player. Donovan over the top though was a bit rangy for him. In comes Darren Smith. Donovan got the handball out. It goes back to Darren Smith, who's holding the ball. No, he's not. Well, just a touch lucky. Ginnivan. The kick forward was punched away from Tyler. There'll be another throw in left half forward flank for Port Adelaide.
Yeah, I thought Smith was gone. He appeared to be caught cold. He didn't really need to get the handball in. Throw in, full forward, left pocket, Port Adelaide in attack. Phillips gets the tap down. Ginnivan burrows through the pack, back to Smith on the left leg, fires it up, touched off the boot. Carey, little slow, run down again. The umpire's letting it go. Here's a chance. Darren Smith, Curtis too far. Marshall back in defence. Poor kicking by Port Adelaide then, should have been a goal. Sets it up for Glenelg, over the top Abernethy. Stringer through, Abernethy at the bottom of the pack, and the umpire will ball it up on Port Adelaide's half-forward left flank.
Oh, gee, they're making some mistakes, some elementary foot passing mistakes that's costing them. 2-6 to 1-2, they lead Port. Into time on by about 40 seconds. Darren Smith gets it forward. Wayne Stringer in the way again. He's had a good first quarter. His kick is towards centre wing. In front was Maynard. Lloyd was from behind. That's a high tackle. Back to Chutney, of course, as Daisy would say, but I'm sure it's a free kick to Abernethy. And he's at centre wing. Started brilliantly, hadn't had a quiet 10 minutes. Fifth kick, high to centre half forward, or Carey's lurking there. Threw his hands on that occasion. Murphy at the back, lost it to Ginnivan. Ginnivan to Rowan Smith. Here's a chance for the Magpies. Rowan Smith shoots to goal, but he too is offline. He cannot find them at the moment. They're 2-7. The Bays 1-2.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to have your bank balance on them, would you, at the moment? Because they're really going to have to work hard in the second quarter to stay in the game. 9 scoring shots. They had similar problems last week against Port Adelaide when they kicked very poorly. Against Norwood, should I say, when they kicked pretty poorly. The umpire was he just ducked the chutney then. Phillips slams it down. McDermott. Anderson it was who got it out to Ginnivan. Now Abernethy again. Something normally happens when Abernethy goes forward with it. Darren Smith back. No, he didn't run back strongly enough to get a hand near the ball. Forward pocket, left forward pocket. Another throw in.
Into time on first quarter. 27 minutes plus gone. Port Adelaide by 11 points. They'd love a goal before that siren. Johnson in there. Over the top, the ball is returned to from whence it came. I think it was probably west. And they'll throw it in the same spot. Still a full forward left pocket. This time about 20 metres around. Carey and Johnson. Darren Smith in there as well. Ginnivan. Salisbury at the bottom. Oh, that's hard work in there. And the umpire's going to ball it up this time. Still in that same full forward left pocket of Port Adelaide.
Darren Smith and Bruce Abernethy, the two goal kickers rather for Port Adelaide. In this first term, as Ian said, they desperately need another one. Curtis this time. No! Oh, gee, was well clear. Could have steadied. Perhaps no talking around him. Curtis kicks another point. They're 2-8 now, leading Glenelg 1-2.
They've got a lot of experienced players in the side too, Port, but you wouldn't think it. The kick out might put McDermott in trouble. Phillips completely missed him. Would that be holding the ball? No, he's going to get a free kick. Phillips expresses his extreme displeasure, and that was well warranted. At best, or at worst, it was a bounce. So McDermott clears the ball for the Bays. It's holding up into that strong breeze. Comes off hands now. Plenty of players there. Phillips got the handball out, but umpire thought, I don't think he's the Port Adelaide friend at the moment, umpire thought. He's going to put the ball down now though, as Russell Johnson comes in against McDermott. Johnson easily, as you'd expect. Anderson was pushed over. Murphy gave it to Hewitt. Hewitt drags it back towards McDermott. The siren is gone. The Bays quarter. Although they trail, quarter time, Port Adelaide 2-8. The Bays 1-2 on Seven's big lead.
First semi-final, Port Adelaide 2-8-20, lead the Bays 1-2-8. Centre bounce, Abernethy. Boots Port forward. Long chase now for Obst. Coming to meet it was Delk, and Obst got through with it, then left it behind. Donovan's caught, strong tackle. In goes Grenville, but he left it behind. It's given Obst a chance. Obst a daisy cutter, it's wide of Tyler. Ginnivan at the back, beaten to it by Salisbury. Got an awkward bounce. Tyler went to get it. West under pressure. Obst again, caught this time. Out it comes to Phillips. Phillips can goal from there, puts it on its way. It's a shocker. Oh, an absolute horrible kick from Phillips. It's gone out of bounds on the full. They kicked badly in the first quarter. 2-8 was the result, and in the opening minute, a chance like that, well, that's sinful.
Yes, and Wayne Stringer goes to the outer side. Back goes Phillips. He might try and atone for that one. He smashed it forward. It went through Abernethy. It came to Dowkin. Dowkin kicks it back. Darren Smith in front. Punched away, though, by Wayne Stringer. Well, Port Adelaide have shown that they can certainly get the ball and force it forward. It's just that when they get to within scoring range, it just all falls off. The wheels fall off. Carey, Darren Smith. Oh, Tyler just completely dropped the head then. I don't know whether the sun was in his eyes or what then, Daisy, but he couldn't have marked it.
The sun doesn't come up in the east, Peter. It's going down in the west. I think he was looking east at the hills. It doesn't. I mean, it's going down in the afternoon, not coming up at the moment. But I agree that he ducked his head. The Bays have made a move. Cruz is in the bunker. They've got Hall at centre half forward and Winton on. Here's a chance. Curtis puts it up now for Tyler again. He's got this one. Didn't duck the chutney then. Took 2 grabs. He was a half a metre in front of West, and that was sufficient. And he's got it 25 metres out right in front. Now, they've got 2-9 on the board. They ought to be 5 or 6 in front at the moment. They aren't. They've got a 13-point advantage. And Tyler's going to the golf course end into a slight breeze. It's a nice looking kick. He's snuck it through. Port Adelaide's first for the quarter. Tyler's first. The Magpies 3-9. For the Tigers 1-2 on 7's big lead.
Well, he quickly made amends for that inglorious attempt a few moments ago, and that was a good strong mark out in front. Good hands to take it at the second attempt, and gee, Port needed that. They've kicked badly for goal. 3-9, 3 goals from 12 scoring shots. Poor effort. They've established a 19-point lead, and that's important for them.
Yeah, Russell will be delighted too to get a goal from a full forward, because he hasn't got many of them for quite a few weeks. Russell Johnson won that one in the middle. Carey tries to come away with it. He dribbles a kick out. Phelps. Well, the umpire was about to blow the whistle then, but didn't. Hall and Leslie. Alan Stringer onto the left boot, and don't tell me the Bays astray as well. The whistle is gone though. Free kick will be going to the Bays. It will go to Stringer or Marshall. Stringer it'll be, so we'll get another kick. Whether the Bay players know who's really got the kick or deserved it, or whether they deserved it or what. But anyway, Stringer's got the ball. He'll be 35 metres out, 35-40. No problems at all. He put it through the middle. His first goal. The Bays 2-2. Port Adelaide 3-9 on 7's big lead.
Yes, I think it was a foolish defensive move by Port Adelaide's defence. Argent just ruled that he'd been hit over the head after he'd kicked for goal on the left leg, which missed by 2 or 3 metres. He asked Stringer if he wanted to take the kick again. Well, obviously he did, and he booted his first and the second goal for the Bays. They trailed 2-2 to 3-9.
Carey and Johnson in the middle. Umpire thought puts it down. Johnson got that one. Curtis had a hand on it. Carey's caught. Kick forward came from Abernethy. It's given Curtis another opportunity. He got steamrolled. Winton gets clear with it, puts it towards half forward. Tony Hall in front, good balance. Gets a hurried kick away. Delaney will be first there. He's tapped it out in front of him, but only as far as Maynard. Maynard goes short, looking for Alan Stringer. Dumped clear by Abernethy, with Bay players everywhere. Winton takes it, hooks back in towards goal. Woodland's getting back in front for Archie, and he throws it over the line. Lawyer's making sure that that went through. Archie throws a point.
Isn't that a penalty? You can't throw the ball.
He did. He's got a point. Well,
yes,
the Bays have got a point anyway. 2-3, 4-3-9.
Delaney goes to the outer side, looks for Hutton. Hutton will just get there, and yes, he touched it, obviously, so there'll be a throw in. Right half forward flank for the Bays. Port Adelaide players would have bombed the grandstand, I think, if there'd been a free kick for that throw, but Carey's got a free kick. Goes against Russell Johnston. Carey will use anything short. And he's very well adept at delivering a short ball as well. This is his 10th kick. Goes for the long one that is falling short now. Fiarchi completely missed it, but he followed up pretty well. Desperate dive to stop him. Kernahan will mark that. Kernahan's just beyond centre. Kicks the ball long normally, Kernahan. Delaney comes over and he put one hand up, which was really meant that he probably couldn't mark it. Woodlands drags it around the corner and gets a point with that. Porter 3-9, the Bays are 2-4, 6 minutes, second quarter.
Yes, the Bays turn with the breeze. The flag suggests it's got to be worth a couple. Port Adelaide should have been at least 4 in front, maybe 5 in that first quarter, kicking with it. Delaney having an excellent game to this stage. Looking on the outer side out there at the back, Abernethy. Easy, a lot of body work between Carey and his immediate opponent. And Abernethy did it easily. Kick number 9 towards centre wing. Phillips comes across. Over the top went Glenelg, and the ball goes out of play on the half-forward left flank of Port Adelaide. They lead 3-9 to 2-4.
Yes, well, Porter got one into the breeze in this term already. The Bays managed only one for the entire quarter. Can score goals to that southern end. Wayne Stringer got pulled high, ducked the chutney, but he's got to kick forward. Mark taken in defence by Boyd, who started brilliantly and then quiet passage. Boyd now directs it out, looking for Anderson. Obster's in there as well. Glenelg had the middle spot. Tap on to Curtis, a fumble. Well, the handball was a shocking one. He's going to go and get it again. This time he looks for Abernethy. He's caught. Comes back to Harrison. Harrison hooks. Darren Smith in front. All sweeps it out wide to Rowan Smith. Rowan Smith puts it on its way. Tyler was leading. West getting back. All steamrolled. Phillips. The ball is loose in the pocket. Ginniver's first there. Tyler now around. Tyler to hook towards goal. Won't get the distance. Out comes Donovan. Wants it clear. The ball very close to the line will go out of play, and the Bays did well to cover up then. They're under extreme pressure, but they kept Port Adelaide at bay.
Yeah, a lot of courage there. West and Phillips, they didn't stop at all. Phillips back in the fray again. He slams it back. He's pretty good at that ruck work, Phillips. Those boundary throw-ins, he's a master at that. He's on the boundary again. He's going to get a free kick, Phillips. He put the hand out. He was being held. The umpire had no doubt about it. Phillips in front of the scoreboard. He won't kick a goal from there. Probably try and drop it in the square. No, he's going short to Darren Smith. Well, he just floated very slowly to that position, but again, I think he might be a bit too far out. Wayne Stringer standing the mark. Darren Smith started the season at full forward. I think he earned a spot in the state squad too in that position. Lost form, and Russell Ebers brought him back as a half-forward flanker. Or Tyler! He's being paid! Tyler's marked from behind. Well, Laurie Argent wasn't very far away from it. He made the judgment. It was a glorious float by Tyler, and he obviously had the best judgment of the three players there. The point is, can he kick the goal? They've missed the easy ones. He's missed that too, but can be excused for missing those. A point to Port Adelaide, 3-10 to the Bays, 2-4.
Didn't have it for long, but long enough. West. Oh, screws a magnificent 75-metre kick right up towards Anderson. Stringer gives a chance. Kernahan, half-forward line. Woodland's out in front of Hutton. One-on-one here. Hutton recovers the bat up. Has to concede. Leslie onto the boot quickly, but the umpire said the ball has gone out of play, I believe. Well, no, free kickers are going the way of Port Adelaide as Max Cruz just gets ready to come back onto the ground. I don't know whether they'll just replace him or interchange with Winton. Hutton for a high tackle gets the free kick half-back flank. Edges the ball over the centre line up towards the half-forward line. Carey's there. Kernahan again jams it onto his boot quickly. Half-forward line, Hall. Can't bring it down quickly now. The ball off the foot of Kidney. Here's a chance if they can pick it up. Winton through the half-forward line. He's on his left leg. Oh, what a shocking kick. Didn't get a good kick away at all. It was the floater, but he's nudged the point.
2-5 they are, the Bays. It's Porter 3-10 as Delaney comes to Curtis. Curtis now got nobody to kick it to. Rowan Smith running for him. Instead he elects to put it close to the line. Abernethy the back, and that's Hutton. Covered well. Now kicks it poorly towards half forward where Glenelg is in the way. Glenelg kicks it towards half forward. Tony Hall, a huge leap at it. Winton on the ground. Bayes deep into attack. Seabohm and Delaney over both their heads. Fiacci goes back to help Delaney. Ball goes out of bounds. The Bays have made a change. Wayne Stringer off, and he's getting some attention on the knee. Max Cruz is on the ground. He's gone to a half-back flank. Cruz throwing in the right forward pocket.
13 scoring shots to 7 in favour of Port Adelaide. Comes back towards Rowan Smith. Kicks the ball high. Harrison punches away from Leslie, in fact. It's gone out of bounds again. Right half forward flank. Another throw in. 11.5 minutes, second quarter. Port Adelaide not doing too badly in this quarter at all. Carey won that tap. Boyd can't do much with it. Curtis slapped it forward. There's a free kick. That'll go to Bayes and go to Robin Kidney. He's usually at the base of packs, and Harrison want to give it back pretty quickly. Kidney can kick a fair way. He just about dropped that in the square. 12 minutes, second quarter. Port Adelaide leading by 11 points. Kidney tries to centre that one a little bit. Oh, over the top, no mark taken. Pack of players there, so umpire thought we'll have to bounce it about 10 to 15 metres from the Glenelg goal.
13 scoring shots to 7 in favour of Port, but they lead by only 11 points. 12 minutes into the second quarter. The bounce down, Carey and Johnson are both there. A lot of bodies in the goal square. Carey tried to grab it, couldn't. Quickly onto the boot, nearly. Here's Hall around the corner. Oh, what a brilliant goal, Tony Hall. That's what it's all about. One step, boom. First to him, third to the Bays. They trail 3-5 to 3-10 on 7's big lead.
Well, he's been pretty well held in check by Martin Leslie today, but you can't leave him and you can't give him any space whatsoever. He's such a dynamic footballer. All got clear. It was a brilliant snap around the corner. Bootsy's first. The Bays now within 5 points. They're 3-5 to Port 3-10.
13 minutes, second quarter. Pretty important part of the match. Next 10 or so minutes as the ball comes back towards Phelps. He couldn't pick it up. They're steamrolling through half forward now, the Bays. Marshall runs through half forward. The kick on its way. He's got another one. 2 goals in a half a minute. The first one to Marshall. The Bays hit the front. 4-5 now to Port Adelaide. 3-10 on 7's big lead.
Oh, brilliantly done. Winton almost caught Marshall by surprise. It was Hewitt that did the hard work at centre wing. Winton had the ball. Marshall almost turned his back, didn't realise he was going to get it. It came out, he made a metre, did it well, and what a magnificent kick. He's renowned for them. His first, and the Bays hit the front on 7's big lead.
It was just the Glenelg goal now, 2 goals in a minute. Port will have to steady up here. They need to get it out of centre. Anderson comes out, not with the ball. Umpire Argent into bounce again. So the Bays really on a roll at the moment. They're a point in front, 14 minutes into the second quarter. They're wind assisted in this term. Carey rucking brilliantly. Rowan Smith takes it, gets it back to Boyd. Port towards centre wing. An awkward looking bounce for Cruz. Marshall and Maynard go back to get it. Maynard runs straight into Jennifer, but he gets a handball clear to Cruz. He's having a horrible day. Anderson sits on top of him. Argent will take it again. Cruz was taken off the ground at quarter time, couldn't get into the action at half forward. Now finds himself at the half-back flank with Wayne Stringer off the field with an injury. Fiacci's kick is towards centre half forward, or Abernethy, a difficult one to judge. Kernahan rather, under pressure now, gets it to Glenelg. A lovely handball back to Cruz. The Bays are out of trouble. Towards half forward they go. Winton. High mark, strong body. Off he heads towards centre half forward. Curtis comes to meet it. Can't control it. Tony Hall battles hard. Umpire thought comes into bouncing.
Bays look particularly dangerous in this quarter going forward. They have players that can run from centre through half forward and kick long goals. Port Adelaide in the first quarter had the opportunities to do that, but muffed them, most of them. Curtis has got a free kick. He's obviously tagging Chris McDermott because he's followed him right into the back pocket. And that might upset upset the balance of Port Adelaide's roving somewhat because it restricts Ginnivan, who's now lodged in the forward pocket. It's a right half forward flank for the Bays. See a throw in as Johnston comes across. Out the back door it was Boyd. Phillips, well punched away by Marshall. Glenelg, Alan Stringer. Pass in front of Woodlands. Doesn't find him. Pretty good effort there by Hutton. Great effort, in fact, by Hutton. He really worked that well in.
Yes, you're sure right, Peter. Excuse me. Boyd off the half-back line, drives long, looking for Dowkin. The bodies go in. Donovan did it well, didn't have the footy. Tried to play for the free kick, but it wasn't forthcoming. And the ball is out of play at centre wing. 4-5 to 3-10 and a cracker. A point the difference in the knockout semi-final. Throw in. Phillips comes in, thumps it towards Anderson. He can get the metre. Well done, Donovan. Dowkin. Salisbury's going to have to work hard. Unlocking. Anderson through. Bolts. One bounce off. Left the footy behind. Still on his left leg. Goes for home with a long one, but he won't get there. And Collins comes across and takes a brilliant defensive mark right on the edge of the line.
Saved the day for the Bays. Second kick coming up for Max Cruz. Not a bad one either to the outer side. Harrison at the back. He's got Anderson if he wants him. Heads that way. It didn't quite reach him. Anderson swoops on it now. Oh, his kick is not a good one. It's sliding off the side of his boot. In fact, it was a shocker. Goes out of bounds in the left forward pocket about 40 metres around from the Port goal. Talking about goals, they need one. They've only kicked one for the term. They're trailing by a point. They have it in attack, but Kidney boots it out. Close to the line. No, yes, out of play. In fact, that will be a Port Adelaide free kick. Phil Harrison will take it.
3-10 to 4-5, 13 scoring shots to 9. Glenelg leading by a point, 17.5 minutes, second quarter. The Harrison kick, not a very good one either, but it's spoiled well away from Glenelg by Abernethy. Another throw in, about 40 metres closer to the Port Adelaide goal. Russell Johnston and Peter Carey will do battle. Murphy will try to stop Phillips from jumping over the top. Darren Smith came in from the side. He'll get a free kick. A high tackle according to umpire Laurie Argent. Sees Darren Smith deep in that left forward pocket area. Once again, I don't think he can kick a goal from there. Tyler marked the last high ball to come in. Good kick. Russell Johnston, West goes for the spoil, came through the back. Abernethy, Viarchi, didn't go far. Oh, that's a throw. Ginnivan, it's snapped. He's got a goal. Great step from Ginnivan. His first goal. Port Adelaide 4-10 now to the Bays. 4-5 on Sevens big lead.
Well, have a look at this on the replay. It was a brilliant snap by Ginnivan, but gee, the ball went away quickly as it approached goal, and the umpire signalled it was home. A lot of people thought that was the throw that got the ball to Ginnivan. The umpire didn't, and he's the important one. And Port Adelaide resumed the lead. 4-10 they lead the Bays. 4-5 on Sevens big lead. 19 minutes into the second quarter. Great game of footy. First semi-final. No place for losers here today. Andrew Obst. Curtis battles hard. Carey's gone off the boil a little bit in this second term. Had a brilliant first quarter. Bounce again in the middle. Port leading by 5 points. Umpire Argent puts it down. It's Carey and Johnson standing toe-to-toe. Phillips came over the back, got it forward. It came off the leg of Cruz. Alan Stringer lost it. Obst gets it forward. Ginnivan, an awkward bounce. Salisbury's lost it. Here's a go. Abernethy. The goal coming back. Not enough. Port players are not happy about the decision, but will stand. A point only. They're 4-11. Bays are 4-5 on Sevens big lead.
Bay supporter there dropping ahead, but she's got no reason to. They're not doing too badly out there. Neither are Port Adelaide. For that cutthroat semi-final, pressure cooker situation out there. Well, the handball of Kernahan missed Hewitt initially, but he got it over to Winton. Marshall wants it. He's put the hand up. Winton sees him. It's meant for Marshall, but Carey got it. Marshall on the left boot. Puts it out in front of Tony Hall. He won't mark the ball. He keeps it in front of him very well. Great play, Tony Hall. Kidney goes through. Ops was there. Stringer. Another one. First goal to Winton. The Bays back in business. 5-5 to Port Adelaide. 4-11 on Seven's big lead.
Gee, do you think big Jeffrey Winton's made a difference to the Bay forward division since coming onto the ground? He's built like a tank. He's charging through everything, and that was a magnificent goal. The handball went out from Kidney, I think it was, in the last second, and he just charged in. Kicked number 8, his first goal, and the Bays have tied up the ball game. 4-11 to 5-5.
Tit for tat at the moment. Fought to put it down. Johnson and Carey, neither of them been off the ball as yet. Johnson gets it over the top. Curtis puts it out wide. Abernethy out in front. Glenelg from behind. Abernethy's done well. Got unloaded by McDermott. Cruz left it behind. Likewise Murphy. Finally umpire Arjun wants it and will bounce it. Gee, it's been a great game of footy. At the bounce, Carey to Cruz. The Bays going forward again. Woodlands. Hutton that mops up at the back. Chips in short. Just too long for Anderson. Glenelg will get across and cut it off. And that attacking move has been thwarted. Throw in on the outer side. 4-11 plays 5-5, 21, almost 22 minutes into the quarter. Scores a level.
Big crowd here, certainly in excess of 30,000. Over the top goes Phillips again, but that ricocheted off the fist. Plenty of action out there, and it comes out to Harrison, and off he goes. He's a speedster. Oh, that's a good kick by Harrison. He's put it up high. Dowkin there, up too early. Off hands. Here's a go. Abernethy on the end of it. Can't do much with it. Ginnivan, can he hook another one? He's put it high. There's a free kick. It will go to Port Adelaide. And in fact, it's rolled through. It's a goal. Well, the Bay players stopped. They heard the whistle. 2 goals to Ginnivan. And Daisy, you'll have to help me out with that one. Were there any errors of law there? Please.
Well, thanks, Peter. Who needs enemies when I got friends like you? The thing is, the Bay players stop, and that is the cardinal sin in football. You just never stop. And what happened, Ginnivan was going to get another kick. Undoubtedly, he may have kicked the goal, but the fact was they just stood there with their mouths open and watched it bounce through.
Oh, 23 minutes into the quarter. Tension very high. Boyd goes back to Phelps. Conceding ground, and they're under pressure as Phelps gets it wide. Curtis against Kernahan. Port leading by 6 points at the moment. Here they go again through Obst. Johnston alone in the middle. Port building. The crowd roars as Johnson kicks for the leading Tyler. Ginnivan, who just kicked that miraculous goal, lines up again, 25 metres out and misses. Oh, he could have used Darren Smith as well, but he elected to fire the goal and was well offline. 5-12. 5-5 the Bays, 24 minutes into the quarter.
Well, they've had 7 more scoring shots and they lead by 7 points. Salisbury off the ground. He will be replaced by McTavish. I think Graham Corns is a little bit concerned about some lack of leg power out there. Salisbury, I don't think, has ever recovered from the ankle injury and the concussion. Round goes Marshall, and off he goes. I don't think Anderson will catch him. Marshall goes in long, centres the ball. Tony Hall there, up he goes, but Leslie, he had the best judgment, stayed down and took a fine mark. Delaney on the end of the handball. Port Adelaide looking a little bit better, but not with that. He's kicked it out on the full. Well, they've made some errors, Daisy. We're 24 minutes now plus into this second quarter.
You're not wrong, Peter, but then again, it is a mothball final. The pressure is on out there. Scotty Salisbury not happy about being taken off. I agree with Peter. He didn't look his real self last week and still not fully recovered. Corns has got him in the bunker as we see the mark taken there by Woodlands, too far out to score. He's going to come in short. Whoop! Maynard is shot in front of the umpire. Argent's down, Maynard's down, and play goes on. Oh, the umpire looks fitter than Maynard does. Meanwhile, where's the footy? Glenelg's got it. Gee, that was a heavy tackle and shirt front. But Maynard would have marked the ball if Argent hadn't been in the road. But I suppose there's a moral there somewhere. He comes back into the fray. Maynard is about 45 metres out. He'll be wind assisted, and his best kick will make the distance. I've been reliably informed by a member of the family, no question. Maynard. Oh, he goes for the screw punt. He really didn't get onto it. It's going to lob in the square. Seabohm up. The back was Johnson, who's going to get it first. Woodlands! But he books offline, and he's out on the full. No, a point.
Point to the Bays. They're 5-6. Their deficit now is 6 points, and it's a concerned Graham Corns. 17 scoring shots to 11 is significant. Delaney heads to the outer side. At the back, almost a mark to Leslie. Anderson's caught. More difficult one to get out of there. Marshall tucked over the ball. Umpire Argent will come in and bounce it. So we've had almost a minute of time on. It's been a good quarter for Port Adelaide. They've kicked 3 goals, 4 into the breeze. The Bays have added 4-4 with it. Carey lost it to Curtis. Curtis kick is a shocker towards centre wing. Murphy got a bad bounce. The ball is out of play.
5-12 Port Adelaide, the Bays 5-6, well into time on now. Big crowd here at Football Park. Centre wing, throw in. Well, away goes Murphy. There's a chance for the Bays. They normally kick goals in time on. Kidney's got it deep in the right forward pocket. Seabohm is on a very short lead, but Kidney knows that range is probably within his capabilities. Accuracy will be the biggest problem, but he's been known to kick long goals. Kidney, not a bad effort, just offline to the left of the right goal post. Port Adelaide 5-12, the Bays 5-7.
McDermott has been taken out of the game well by Curtis, hasn't had a touch this quarter, and Maynard's been kept down to 7 touches for the game, and they're in good liar story. Or Abernethy bolts off. Gee, he was close to the line as he foots it now up towards centre wing. Grenvold playing well, he's there first, takes the ball at centre wing. Put the Bays back into attack again. They're down by 5 points. A high kick to the half forward line, and that's fairly clumsy, that tackle. I think that was probably against Kidney. There was a clumsy attack on the ball, and the free kick will go to Phelps, half-back flank.
Phelps' kick is towards centre wing. Getting across is McDermott, and he's taken a mark. He's had a quiet turn. Bays need him firing. McDermott puts it towards centre half forward. Tony Hall in the middle. Great mark in the back. Martin Leslie hands it off to Fiacci. Port to go forward late in the term. The kick is looking for Anderson. He's got it. Strong mark, Anderson. 15 metres there as Marshall manhandles him. He does indeed. Marshall asked to come back on the mark. Anderson doesn't want it though because he's got Fiacci loose in the pocket. All the balls bounced awkwardly for him. Now he takes it, chips in short with the right foot. At the back, Murphy. Curtis got a hand on it. Now he gets it back. Phillips hands out the handball. He's a go for Obst into the goal. He goes. Oh, and he hits the post. 5-13. Andrew Obst has, in fact, Port Adelaide have hit the post 4 times now in that 5-13. They lead by a goal.
Well, James West kicks it just the grandstand side of the centre. Wins it again, who's played very well for the Bays. Away goes Hewitt. It's a trip, so it's a Hewitt free kick. Centre wing, grandstand side. Cruises on his own. Anyone close to him was a Port Adelaide runner. So Phillips had to come way down from centre half forward to try and cut that ball to Cruz off. Cruz will go long with the torpedo punt. It's a great kick too. Woodlands is on the wrong side of that. Offhands Tony Hall. Caught. The umpire didn't play out on the ball against him. Back to McDermott. Kick smothered. Great work, Martin Leslie. Brilliant defensive work. Out of bounds, right forward pocket. Port Adelaide 5-13. The Bays 5-7. Very close to half-time.
Is it ever? 29 minutes plus gone. Throw in right forward pocket. Carey up. They need a goal. Down he goes. He could get a free kick. No play on is the call. Woodlands around the corner, but the ball goes back out of play again. Close to 30 minutes in the second semi-final. Make that the first semi-final. The second was yesterday. Over the top, Delaney puts it back from whence it came. Another throw in right forward pocket.
Yes, this is the knockout one. Good crowd in. Crowd of over 30,000, I would anticipate. Right forward pocket. Bays into attack. Siren is nigh. Kidney or hit around the head. Delaney rides him to the ground. Umpire comes in to bounce it. There it is. Siren has sounded. Port Adelaide's half. They had 18 scoring shots to 12. They lead by 6 points here at headquarters at half-time in the knockout semi-final.
Port Adelaide leading by 6 points, 5-13 to 5-7. They've had 6 more scoring shots. Russell Johnston put his hand on it. Abernethy missed it. Marshall's handball missed Maynard. Plenty of action in there. Away goes Anderson. for Port Adelaide. Boots it up there towards half forward. Coming out from that position was Dowkin. He's a good player. The handball though, not a good one. Murphy cuts it off. Can't get his boot to ball though. Plenty of opposition. Ginniver, no, the free kick will be paid to a Bay defender, and it is to James West. Away goes Maynard, looks for that open space. He's the master of it. Takes the mark. Abernethy stands it. Maynard boots it up towards centre wing. Tony Hall comes in, but it's the man in front, Jeffrey Phelps. Was taken away from that centre half back spot in the first half, not by Russell Ebert, but by Graham Corns' move. Max Cruz, oh, that's a penetrating handball. Marshall will love that. Anderson looks a bit heavy-legged. Marshall, as easy as you like, puts it up. Fiachi comes across, off hands, Tony Hall. Oh, he had it, then he didn't. The Delaney kick might go a bit too far for Russell Johnston. Max Cruz intercepts well. Now Hewitt searches for Kidney. I don't think he's tall enough to mark that. Woodland's off hands. That ball will run out of bounds. Right forward pocket for the Bays.
Port by 6 points. 2 minutes into the second half of the mothball semi-final. The breeze is not as strong as it was, but it's still favouring the Lake End. Port is getting out last use of it now. 5-13 to 5-7. They should be at least 4 or 5 in front. They're not. Hutton tried to get the ball away, but it's smothered off the boot, and a throw-in will take place same spot. Right full forward pocket. Bays in attack. Down by 6 points. Seabone against Johnson. Carey playing the kick behind the game, waiting for the ball to come out. Seabone can't get it out. The umpire's going to have to ball this one up. Still in the right forward pocket of the Bay.
It's Port Adelaide by 12 points at quarter time and by 6 at half time. Bad kicking by them, 5-13. Some of those shots were very easy indeed that they missed. Russell Johnson threads it through to Boyd, who gets unloaded. Well, that was a very soft one, but I suppose it's got to be paid. Greg Boyd at half-back will relieve the pressure for the moment for Port Adelaide. Carey comes down to cut Johnson off, who'd got into space. Boyd will go longer than that, although Carey's now going to be in the action. He'll probably thump that clear. Abernethy's at the fall of the ball. He got caught but managed to kick away. It was an awkward one for Curtis. Cruz almost lost it. He's under siege now from Curtis. Can't get it out, and umpire Thorpe comes in to bounce it. In the centre square, the Bay's still in attack. Darren Smith plucked it out of the air, got caught. It was a Bay player trying to work through was Murphy. I think he might have hurt himself too. He's a little groggy. So it's going to be Carey and Johnson in ruck.
Great tussle all day. Abernethy, well, that kick virtually straight up in the air. Kernahan over the top, couldn't mark it. Brilliant work by Obbs, but it's Murphy who's recovered well. Kernahan's in a bit of trouble. Got the long handball out. Abernethy was retarded, but he manages to get to the ball now. It's under him, and umpire Thorpe will bounce it. Just about 20 metres into Port Adelaide's attacking zone from centre wing. Carey tries to get front spot. Over the top goes Phillips. It's gone back towards Marshall. Marshall on centre wing. The handball went backwards. Cruz was cut off there by Abernethy, picked up by Harrison. Ginniver in front. Oh, he's played well, Ginniver. There's 15 metres as well. I think that's against Murphy. No 15 metres. Whoop, will that be long enough? Tyler makes it long enough. He gets there. Play on's the call. Curtis dives on the ball. And there's a bounce down. According to umpire Laurie Argent, the ball hit the ground first. It would appear from this position to have, but Carey over the top, nearly Rowan Smith. Borlase hooks it back, but not far enough, a point. Borlase came onto the ground at the beginning of the third quarter. 5-14 Port Adelaide, the Bays 5-7.
It's going to be a tight finish, I feel, which is good for the big crowd of over 30,000 people. Ideal conditions for the first semi-final. A kick in out of side. Murphy's recovered well from his knock. Marshall gives the lead. So I can't believe him handballing backwards a little while ago when he was clear. Oh, Hall, that's a top mark, Tony Hall. He's got it between wing and centre. Going down the outer side, having to make work for it is McTavish, but that's a fine mark taken in defence by Andrew Ops. Well, he's right back on the half-back flank at the moment as he puts the ball out towards centre wing. Abernethy's there, no pressure put on him. He goes through centre with a long kick. Number 14 in towards the pocket. Great mark. Jennifer. Rowan Smith shoots for the woodwork, but it's going to be across the face of goal. Brilliant attacking movement by Port Adelaide. Came unstuck with a final kick at goal. 5-15 the Magpies, 5-7 the Bay.
Yes, they've done everything right in a lot of those passages, bar finish it off, and that was a brilliant passage of play, instigated by Abernethy. Donovan, deep in the back pocket, takes it from West. The Bay's now towards half-back. Big leap wanted. Anderson's got front spot, takes it well. He goes back to Abernethy. Abernethy's kicked to half-forward. Oh, beautifully put. Ball lays on the ground, out in front. Takes the mark, and now ball lays a set shot from directly in front, 45 metres out. They need it. 5 goals from 20 scoring shots is a poor effort for a lot of hard work. Ball lays now. Drop punt is going to get the distance, and he's got it. Ball lays boots his first goal. Port get the first goal in the second half. There's 6:15 to Glenelg, 5-7 on 7's big lead.
Well, it was a brilliant effort by Anderson to get in front and take that mark. He shot out the quick handball to Abernethy, and as usual, Abernethy, full of class and skill, with his 16th kick, he gave it to Borlays. Borlays is a professional goal shooter. He put that through. Port 6-15, the Bays 5-7.
The moment of truth for the Bays in 1987. They're down by 14 points. Port Adelaide's confidence is really seething at the moment. I see they're not happy with the Port runner. He spends more time on the ground than most of the players. And, gee, he covers it quicker too, I can tell you. He can scoot. Now he's having to scoot off. The eyes of the world are upon you, my son. Johnson hooks it back. Smothered brilliantly off Abernethy's boot. They go into attack towards the half-forward line from Winton. Here's a chance now. Stringer, he's going to have to concede ground. Hewitt try to give it back to Stringer. He has to wait for it. He might get out of this yet. On the left leg, he shoots in. Zero! Brilliant pass. Left-footer, daisy cutter. Nothing that Delaney could do about that. Lace out on a thrupney bit. And Seabohm has got it now 25 metres out on a 45-degree angle. The Bays need a goal, and they need it now. Seabohm has threaded it through. That's home for all money. The Bays fight back. 6-7 to 6-15. Seabohm's first. Great action on 7's big lead.
Yes, and that was a brilliant piece of play then by Alan Stringer. He hasn't had a big game today. He, in the combination with Mark York, was excellent. Got away on his left foot, and what a beautiful pass. Lace out, as Daisy told you, to Seabohm. He's kicked his first goal. The Bays will not lie down. 6-7, Port is 6-15.
8.5 minutes coming up, third quarter. The Bays trailing by 8 points. Marvellous game of football as Anderson shoots the long one out. Will it sit for Curtis? It does, but he's going to be run down. Delayed the handball somewhat. In goes Harrison. Max Cruz showed a lot of courage then. In goes Anderson again. Out comes Murphy. Cut off by Abernethy. Puts it up high. Darren Smith maybe at full. He's marked it. Oh, great mark, Darren Smith. Bit of a shot that he's at full forward. He hasn't been there for a long, long time. May well be that he is there. Tyler's still down in the forward area, so let's have a look at Darren Smith. Earlier in the year he'd do this one with his eyes closed, but it's a touch different at the moment. Goals are at a premium, and that is dead centre. That's his 9th kick, his second goal. Port Adelaide 7-15, the Bays 6-7 on 7's big lead.
Oh yes, what a brilliant game Abernethy is playing for Port Adelaide. On that occasion, Smith came charging out to meet it. He took rather an awkward ball. It wasn't really over his head, but he's the only one who really was in position to mark it. It was a good, solid one-grab mark. As Peter told you, he's been down in confidence when shooting for goal in recent weeks, but that was a beauty, and Port Adelaide eke out their lead now to 14 points.
Centre bounce again. Darren Smith playing at full forward. Ball lasers. Fiacci at the back, thumps it clear. Delaney met solidly by Winton. Harrison takes it now for the Magpies, but he's kicked it straight back to McDermott. McDermott to Marshall at ankle height. He's got round Rowan Smith. Now goes deep into the pocket. Woodland's a chance. Also Tony Hall. Hutton getting across. Oh, good tackle on Woodlands. Holding the ball in a decision, and that's probably the correct one. The free kick will be Hutton's deep in the back pocket.
Played very well today, Hutton. As he puts it out wide, Anderson will have to come over the top. He does, but he can't take the mark. A bit heavy-legged at the moment, Anderson, as Kernahan runs away from him. Back goes Delaney. Oh, that's a good mark. The one grabber from Delaney. Curtis is on his own. Is Delaney good enough to find him? He certainly is. Gee, that was a delightful kick right on his chest. Now Curtis is going to have to play on. Johnson is on his own in the centre of the ground. He normally plays on. Smith, a floater, and that finds Rowan Smith. That goes back to Ops. He'll have to get rid of it quickly. That was the call, and it was a good decision picked up by Rowan Smith. Darren Smith gets back. A little bit too far for that player. In comes Abernethy late. Grenvold in a lot of trouble. Surrounded by Port Adelaide players, and he's going to get a free kick.
Playing well is David Grenvold. Good player. Finds Hewitt. He'll get 15 as well. Getting a bit physical the game now. The crowd is rising with it. It's a knockout semi-final. Listen to them go. Half back line. Mark Hewitt edges the ball out towards centre wing. Murphy's there. The umpire's sent another free kick. This one's going to Tony Hall and/or Murphy. Tony Hall it is. Centre wing. Gee, there's a huge Port Adelaide following here, I can tell you. They don't like the freeze going against their side. Big leap over the top of Phillips in front. Fine mark. Phillips is clear. He ought to get it. He will. The big fellow's got to make a metre. Gets there. Rowan Smith makes the break. Phillips is going to put it out in front of that player. That's beautifully put. Rowan Smith, one to beat. Kernahan. Round the left leg. Tyler. Fine pass, Rowan Smith. Tyler's got it. 40 metres out, almost in front. And a chance to nudge his second goal. Port Adelaide running well. Leading by 9 points. 16 minutes gone, second half. Mark Tyler, wind assisted. Should make the distance comfortably. Got under it fractionally, and that is a shocking kick. Maybe it's finals nerves. Out of bounds on the full, and the penalty free will be taken by the Bays in defence, and it appears to be McDermott.
We really think they didn't want to win this game the way they're booting for goal. McDermott takes it down the back pocket for the Bays. He's put it towards centre wing. Marshall against Anderson. Maynard comes to assist. Anderson gets back first. We got round well then. Lovely pass will find Johnston. Johnson distributes out wide to Rowan Smith. Smith in towards centre half. Oh, unsuccessful. Ball Ace takes it, puts it in towards goal. Touch and go! Ball Ace puts his second. What a great goal it was. Port Adelaide 8-16. The Bays 7-7 on Seven's big lead.
Marvellous kick coming in, and there was a huge leap in the middle of the pack. They couldn't quite pick the player up, but off hands, Borlase picked it up, and he did exactly what Russell Ebert has put him on the ground to do. He kicked a goal. That was his second, and a vital one for Port Adelaide. 8-16 now to the Bays, 7-7 on Seven's big lead.
Gee, I think that was Abernethy who put in the big leap there, Peter, but what a spectacular mark it would have been. It certainly was being confirmed. Now Anderson comes out of the paddock, kicks left, half forward line. Here's a chance now. Tyler, right there with him. Cruz, good tackle. Got to go back in for Harrison. Hewitt there with him. Gives a chance now. Cruz, they ought to play to advantage, but they won't let him. And umpire Thorpe is saying the ball must come back to be given to Mark Hewitt inside the half back line. Top game, Port Adelaide now by 15 points. Mark Hewitt towards centre wing. Murphy, Carey sets himself. Johnson over the top. Winded under pressure. The umpire said play on, but they can't get the ball out, and he'll come and ball it up on the half forward. I know it's Cruz not Wyndham down there. Ball it up on the half forward left flank of Port Adelaide.
18 minutes into the quarter, 15 points the difference. Port leading. Carey, a lovely tap to Marshall. The Bays towards centre wing. Delaney might get there later. He got in the back of Stringer. Hall got the handball, but it went only as far as Obst. Obst puts it out for Phillips and/or Smith. Neither can get there. A good punch away by Kernahan, but it comes back to Phillips. All caught by McDermott. Rowan Smith on the march. Curtis now steadies. Kicks in towards goal. Won't get the distance. West is back there and takes the mark for the Bays. McTavish wanted to get away with it, but it's going to go back to the mark of Jim West into square. Well, Darren Smith was on a lead then, and Curtis ignored him. The kick to the outer side sees Rowan Smith in front. Murphy fell at the critical moment. Strong tackle, Smith. Phillips now from 35 metres puts one on its way. He's offline also. Port Adelaide peppering the goals. Can't find the big post. 8-17. The Bays 7-7.
Tell you what, they'll have nightmares for a month, Port Adelaide, if they lose this game. Winton marks strongly in front of Harrison. Played very well, Winton. Good, strong, direct player. 10th kick, kicks back to centre wing. Ops from behind, can't spoil away from Maynard. He's had a pretty quiet one. Maynard's just the defence side of centre wing. This is his 5th kick now, but he's an explosive player. Anything could happen. Oh, Hutton's given away a free kick. Tell you what, it was very, very, very slight, that one. Seabohm is on his own. Russell Johnston runs. Oh, excuse me, umpire. Really? I don't really want to say anything about that. Delaney's in front. Carey gave a bit of a push to Delaney. Phelps is saying, what about the last one? But Laurie Ardent is going to remain unmoved, and Peter Carey will have a shot for goal 25 metres out. Noisy out there at the moment. The Port Adelaide supporters who are displaying their displeasure about the rank inconsistency between the two umpires. Carey will kick the goal. So that's his 11th kick and his first goal. Port Adelaide 8-17, the Bays 8-7 on Seven's big lead.
Not only are there some unhappy supporters, but a couple of players weren't really delighted about the decision either. Delaney felt that he'd been edged out. Phelps was arguing with the umpire, but Laurie Argent's never changed his mind yet. And on that occasion, Carey grabbed it after that little subtle push. Maybe it was not so subtle, but he kicked the goal, and that's the main thing as far as the Bays are concerned.
10 points the difference, 21 minutes into the quarter. Centre bounce again. Curtis smashes it forward. Phillips tried to hook it out. Well, Murphy's caught by a strong tackle from Anderson, who gets a kick forward. Went as high as long at half forward. Taken by Glenelg. Pushes it out wide for Hewitt. The Bays a chance to go forward. Marshall will have to work hard close to the line. Oh, great skills. Marshall will look for Alan Stringer and find him. Alan Stringer can bolt off here. Away he goes in towards the goal. Carey getting back with Delaney. Carey one-handed. Hall now caught. Pengo's out of trouble. Hall the goal. Smothered. McDermott caught. Oh, went into huge trouble. Barthorpe wants the ball. I think he's going to indicate a bounce. So there'll be a bounce in the square, and now there's a bit of a how do you do. Players have become frustrated by some umpiring decisions. Carey and Phelps at the back. Umpire Thorpe is going to bounce it on the square. It looked as though McDermott had gone cold then. And at the bounce, Curtis caught in the back. Oh, the Port supporters gave berserk at last. In their opinion, they've been rewarded by a free kick.
Well, this is a game that has to be won, of course, because there's no tomorrow for the loser. I think a lot of Port Adelaide supporters have got long memories about the game at Alberton, which they won, but they were massacred by the umpires that day. I don't know how they got through. Hutton, Johnston. Port Adelaide are going to have to kick a couple before the break. Anderson takes off, kicks long. The aim, or the target, is Tyler. If he can recover quickly enough, he should be able to get away from Max Cruz. Gets boot to ball now, slams it back, centred that ball very well. West had to get rid of it quickly. Murphy runs through the pack. Oh, great play, Murphy. Got it back to McTavish. Bay players on their own out there. They'll run them up now. Seabohm's in the centre of the ground. Carey's the danger. He's at full forward. The Bay players know it. All they've got to do is kick it in high. Carey has a big chance to mark it. Off they go. Winton goes in long. Delaney comes across. Alan Stringer just didn't quite get there to take the mark, and there'll be a throw in right forward pocket for the Bays.
The game is hotting up, I can tell you. 23 minutes gone. Stringer against Delaney, looking for the free kick. Umpire Thorpe having to take a bit of a blast there from Stringer. I'm glad I can't lip read. Throw in right forward pocket. Carey against Johnson. Carey looking for it. They burrow in hard. And I tell you, the crowd is up on its feet. What a game of footy. 8-17 to 8-7. 24 minutes gone, second half. The Magpies by 10 points, and the Bays would dearly love a goal before three-quarter time. Johnson against Carey. Johnson hooks it back towards his half-back line. Marshall, Anderson in front. Marshall through, puts out a handball. Phillips thumps it the wrong way. Saved by Boyd, or is he? He's under pressure. He's going to get Collin. Oh, kicking, legging or something. And it's down again. Rowan Smith's down. He's been carpeted. Oh, off goes Boyd to the outer side. Martin Leslie on a long lead. Hall can't catch him. Loose ball out there. Kernahan gets across. Will he get it? Yes, he's still in play. Up, he took a high tackle and must take a free kick half back flank.
Oh, excitement aplenty. 24.5 minutes into the quarter. Kernahan gets the free kick. Bays trailing by 10 points. Ball at centre wing. Thump clear by Abernethy. Going to get it Anderson. Playing well at the moment. Gets it over in the direction of Leslie. Onto Abernethy, but the umpire's gone back to sort it out. Free kick's going to McDermott, I think it is. Anderson certainly had some words with umpire Thorpe. The ball goes back to McDermott at centre wing. Winter time on by a second as McDermott puts it towards centre half forward. Johnson there for Port Adelaide, but in the front the mark taken by Phelps. Port to come out of defence now. They need a goal before the siren as Phelps kicks it to half forward. Oh, great mark! Cruz at the back. Got it on to Seabohm on the ball at the moment. Seabohm puts it towards centre half forward in defence. Martin Leslie takes a timely mark.
Been an outstanding player today, Martin Leslie. They would have been in trouble without Leslie and Boyd across half-back. They've both played very well. Rowan Smith will always be outmarked, I think, in those duels with Kernahan. Just too much height. A problem for Russell Ebert with the high ball coming in. Maynard, Boyd again, playing brilliantly. There's a free kick to Boyd. Umpire Thorpe a little bit slow on it, but he finally realised it was, and Boyd will take a free kick. Port running out of time. The Bay players know it. There's a bit between Anderson and McDermott. Last year's Magarey medal, perhaps against this year's Magarey medal. Who knows? Well, Port Adelaide are just letting this quarter slip by, and they're not putting anything on the board. They need goals. Port runner is being told to get off the ground again. Ball is short. Abernethy's got it. What better man to have it? Off he goes. Onto the left boot. Kicks long. Smith from behind. Can't get a grab at it. Off hands. Bays are doing well in defence. They're running that ball out. McTavish puts it out wide to Woodlands, who's way out in front of Hutton. Gets a kick away. Winton comes back the other way. The handball certainly wasn't on. Would have been risky. Up goes Martin Leslie. Not paid the mark. Excuse me. Oh well, the game goes on. Delaney sees the ball just go over the line in the left forward pocket. I think the Port supporters are a little bit angry at the moment, Daisy.
Yes, Peter, I would have paid the mark. A brilliant attempt, and Tony Hall's been well covered this afternoon. And of course, what a brilliant player he can be if they let him slip. 8-17 plays 8-7. 27 minutes gone, third quarter. Carey in, try to get the tap away. Kidney grovelling for it. Carey's there. On goes the saddle for Archie. Kidney still working for it. And in goes Curtis, and the umpire will ball it up on the edge of the square. 8-17 to 8-7. Almost 28 minutes gone of the third quarter. What a great finish it seems set to be. The bounce down on the end of the Bay square. Delaney towards the line. Marshall couldn't keep it in, and the umpire's going to ball it in the left full forward pocket for Glenelg.
We've had almost 3 minutes of time on now. Port leading by just 10 points. Anxious times for them now because the Bays will come home wind assisted in the right forward pocket. Glenelg into attack. Boyd had it. Curtis comes away with it. Throws it out. Only as far as Abernethy, who got out of trouble beautifully. Abernethy boots it back towards the centre of the ground. Phillips an awkward one. It was a swirling ball. That was a brilliant handball to Grenvold. He chips in short. Delaney. Oh, he's worked very hard, Delaney. Might have caught one in the back there. Oh, he's made an awful mistake. Tried to handball from a city position, and now Tony Hall is going to be paid a free. Can you believe it? Delaney made an awful mistake. And now Tony Hall gets the free. 40 metres out. 45-degree angle. Delaney looks crook. Hall has booted one. Hasn't had much of a day. Kick has got distance, got goal! Tony Hall boots two. The Bay's now back within 4 points. 9-7. Porter 8-17. Great action on Sevens big lead.
Well, Delaney may be injured, but you don't try that handball under any circumstances. It certainly cost them. I don't know much about the Hall free kick, save and except to say that the umpire paid it. 9-7 Glenelg, Port 8-17, 29.5 minutes, third quarter.
4 points the difference. Siren goes, the three-quarter time break, and what a platform has been set for a thrilling grand final. At three-quarter time in the knockout semi-final, Port Adelaide 8-17, lead Glenelg 9-7 on Sevens big lead. We'll know in 30 minutes. At the moment, Port Adelaide lead by 4 points as the final quarter gets underway. Johnson against Carey, trying to get out McDermott, half-forward line. Through they come. The ball goes to Stringer. Finally, it was kicked away there by Whitten in towards the half-forward line. Woodlands can't get it out. Players start to pile up. Back in defence, it's Phillips. Gives it away to Leslie. Leslie out wide. Charging to meet it. Murphy right there with him. Phillips. Oh, Murphy tries to run the ball, but the umpire said play on. Or G went in hard. Murphy can't get it out, and the umpire will ball it up on the half-forward line of the Bays. Port led by 12 points at quarter time, 6 at half, 4 at three-quarter, but they've had 25 scoring shots to 16 and only got 4 points to show for it. At the bounce, Carey gives it a thump. In towards Woodlands, up towards half-forward. Hall! Round the corner. Leslie gave him a metre. That was enough. And Tony Hall has taken a one-grabber 40 metres right out in front. Wind assisted, he should make the distance. The pressure is on the boy. Mr. Lott with that bad right knee. You see it's still heavily strapped. Booted 2 for the afternoon, but has been quieter than normal. Although this is kick number 9, 3 handballs. And the hopes of the Bays in 1987 squarely on number 11. And that is going to be through. Third goal Hall. The Bays hit the front on Sevens big lead. 8-17 plays 10-7.
Well, we just cannot afford to give this genius a metre, and Martin Leslie, who has done a superb job on him today, did on that occasion. The Woodlands hook around the corner, all with those very strong hands, and he boots the first goal in the last quarter. 2 minutes into it, the Bays have hit the front. They lead by 2 points.
Magpies in a lot of trouble going against the breeze to the southern end. Carey put his left hand on it again. Smashed down by McDermott. The Bays go in again. Out comes Leslie. He's in a lot of trouble. Saw that one. Hall's free kick. Kicks long. Well, that comes off the side of the boot. Russell Johnson should mark it. No, he doesn't. Comes off hands. Port Adelaide looking lethargic at the moment. Maynard. He goes onto that left boot, that ball coming around, and he's missed. It's not been Maynard's best day, but he's still a danger man. You need to stand him all day.
You're not wrong. Been one of his quieter days. 7 kicks, 3 handballs. In fact, that's almost a day off for him. Not even on the turf. Delaney kicks out long. Kernahan on Marshall. Fine mark, Marshall. Half forward, right flank. Too far out to score. Off goes Woodlands. Now Seabohm leads. Tony Hall's lurking in the square. Hall at the back of the pack. Almost to mark Leslie. Should get the free. The umpire sees it that way. Elects to play it on. Boyd still in the back pocket. Will find Russell Johnson. Port Adelaide got a chance to run now through Curtis. If the kick is good, he'll run. Off goes the lead now of Borlays. Might be too far out to score. 1-on-1 in the square. He puts it up for Smith on the lead. Murphy getting back. Smith can't get it. Murphy can. On the left leg, heaves a high one. Making a metre now. Maynard. Off back line. Off he bolts. Down the grandstand ring goes the Bay Flyer. Has a couple. Puts out the pass. Hall again. Back to Kernahan. Smith can't catch him. The Bays up towards full forward. Stringer at the back. can't bring it down. Johnson, Boyd, Port Adelaide out of trouble as he boots for the line, and there it goes out of play. Half forward, right flank for the Bays, but what a dash.
Well, that ball is fairly racing up and down the ground at the moment, both sides. Port first, and then Glenelg repulsed it, went forward very quickly and almost could have scored. Anderson now takes it for the Magpies. They're out of defence. Towards centre wing it travels. Glenelg, top mark. Carey's loose. Carey thumps it towards centre half forward. Great mark at centre half forward. Alan Stringer settles it down. He's about 50 metres out, almost directly in front. Will need a good kick, but it is within his capacity. Bays leading by 3 points. You can eke it out to 9 with a goal here. Alan Stringer puts it on its way. Has got the distance okay, but he's offline. Bays 10-9, Port Adelaide 8-17, Glenelg leading by 4 points.
5 minutes last quarter, Rowan Smith coming on to be replaced by John Harvey. Many people thought that Harvey may have been used all day as a tag on Maynard, but that didn't happen. Curtis has been tagging McDermott all day and has done a fairly good job. Once again over the top goes Greg Phillips. Bad bounce there for Grenvold. In goes Abernethy, comes back to Phillips. Phillips got the handball through, I don't know how, but he got it to Anderson. His kick goes just over the top of Cruz, it comes off hands to Tyler. Tyler gets it back to Harrison. Harrison runs through half forward. Darren Smith won't get near that one. In fact, it's good mark to James West until just before a point. Kernahan out on his own. He's got a new opponent now in John Harvey. He's a long way behind him and he gets around him, or does he? Yes, he does. To Winton, who has been an outstanding player. That's out on the full. Out on the full, and the free kick to be taken by Greg Boyd.
14th kick from Winton, only came on at the start of the second quarter, but as Peter said, been a strong and a good player for the Bays. Plenty of umpire or plenty of hints been given by the crowd there to the players as Boyd fires it to the half-forward line. Greg Phillips almost. Grenfold's had a ripper, puts it on its way. Fiarchi's there, McTavish with him. Lost that one. Anderson, Fiarchi, Mark Leslie, Fiarchi again. Free kick, not McTavish, it's going to Mark Leslie. Check side of centre wing. Put Adelaide into attack. Johnson gave a lead. He's coming in towards Abernethy. Can't bring this one down. Here's a chance now. Tyler unloads it quickly. Cruz getting back, nowhere to go. Slaps at Murphy. Murphy quickly kicks. Centre field, Anderson chances his arm. It favours McDermott. Here's a chance for the Bays now. McDermott puts it out in front of Woodlands. One-on-one. Woodlands there. The bounce at the back. Well played Delaney. Seabohm can't catch him, or can he? Lost the footy. In go the bodies. Harrison brilliantly done. Put Adelaide clear. Anderson through the centre line. Clear as Curtis. Puts it over his head. Oh, bad pass. And Donovan takes the easy mark in defence.
Well, Donovan now repulses that attack, goes towards Kernahan. 2 Bay players. Hewitt takes it. He'll go short. McDermott left unattended. Great chance now for the Bays as he chips to Marshall. Marshall took 1 or 2 steps, saw Fiarchi coming, and then decided to go back and have his shot for goal. Oh dear, plenty of excitement. 8 minutes into the quarter, Bays by 4 points. And now David Marshall, one of the best kickers in the game, has it 50 metres out. That's Tyler in trouble. Marshall, all eyes on him. 16th kick, booted 1 in the second quarter. Drop, plant, it looks okay.
Attack, but that Anderson kick just floated out towards the scoreboard. Donovan cut it off, and from that point on, it went straight down to Marshall, who kicked the goal to put the Bays 10 points up. Daisy, the Port Adelaide side, in plenty of trouble.
Yes, Peter, it's the moment of truth in 1987 for the Magpies. 10 down. The Bays starting to run. Carey gets the benefit of this one, hooks it back. Oh, conceded ground. Phillips trying to get it to Harvey. Lost it, however. McDermott coming into the game strongly. Gets around the corner. Phelps on the defensive corner of the big centre square. The Magpies want goals and quickly pops it up to the half-forward line. Anderson, fine mark. Murphy was there. In front was Carey, but Anderson pulled down a strong mark, this time on the attacking corner of the square. Too far out to get a score. Off goes Borlase and Smith. He's going to give a chance to Smith. West in front. Oh, West gets his hands to it. Big Super's there. Does it brilliantly. Out towards centre wing. They need a bounce. Kernahan's going to be Shepherd, or Shepherd will. Well done, Marshall. Kernahan on the left leg. Half-forward line. Hall. Leslie too strong.
What a duel that's been. Leslie's had the better of it, but Hall, with his couple of goals, 3 goals in fact, has been damaging. Leslie now puts it to half forward. Johnson up, Murphy at the back, no mark paid. Phillips with force, can't get it out. Umpire Argent in to bounce it. 10 points separating the sides now. We've had 10 minutes of play in this last quarter. Could be the end of the road for Port Adelaide, but don't write them off. Johnson and Phillips. Harvey robbed of it by McDermott, working very hard in this last term. He puts it in towards centre half forward. Leap on it. Stringer pushes it over.
That McDermott has lifted his work rate a lot. Alan Stringer terribly excited about all of that. I would have thought he won a lottery, but I think he thinks it was his goal. He certainly did some positive work there to get it over the top. But a Woodlands goal, his second, sees Glenelg running away at this point.
16 points is a big lead. Now can the Maggies come back? Johnson gets the tap. Quickly now McDermott. Oh, what a last quarter this man's playing. Woodlands almost a half volley. There's the glove with him. Hutton towards the line, and Woodlands is quite happy to see it go out. Throw in half forward, right flank, 8-17 to 12-9. And the Bays going like winners at the moment. G-Love lifted. Port Adelaide kicked themselves out of it in the first quarter when they kicked 2-8, but still not really out of it. Stringer onto the boot quickly in towards the pocket. Woodlands another chance, one to beat, can't get round Boyd. Hobbs back in defence, joined now by Harrison. Harrison goes long towards centre wing. Oh, Murphy gets upended. Renvold, gee, he's got to be close to the Bay's best. Hooks back towards the half-forward line. Johnson back in defence. Takes yet another defensive mark.
Bays by 16 points. Russell Johnson takes a mark at half-back. Play on is the call. He puts it back towards centre wing. John Harvey out in front should mark. Harvey now, they need to get it moving quickly. Oh, there's a brawl on behind play. Cruz is on one of them in it. Not sure who the Port Adelaide player is. They're being separated at the moment as a Port Adelaide player is rolled over. That's Chris Dalton. He gets a free for a shove in the back. Umpire Argent goes to talk to the Port Adelaide player. Dalton puts it to half forward. Kernahan back in defence. Fiacci snaps to goal. And he might have got it. He has. Fiacci puts his first goal. Port come tumbling back. This game is not over yet. They're 9-17 to the Bays. 12-9 on 7's big lead.
Well, George Fiacci, he's done a lot of roving this year, and we saw him up there in the forward line. Came out, got his left boot to it, put it through, and he's kept Port Adelaide in touch as we move up now to 13 minutes of this last quarter.
A 10-point ball game, and what a game it's been. Gary looks tired. Johnson up. Half-forward line, Port Adelaide. Phillips has run down, gives it away to Hobbs. Heads towards goal, puts it on its way up towards full forward. Dalton there. Back in defence, it's Kidney's kicked out on the full. Oh, what a chance, Port Adelaide. About 45 metres out. The Freddie Phillips corner. Most acute angle. Chris Dalkin. Do they ever need him right now? Almost an impossible shot. Breeze from his right to left. Going up into the square. Who's the big leaper up there over the top? Oh, Mark! Payne, I believe. The bottom of the has been taken right on the edge of the square. Could not possibly miss. Borlase puts it on the try. Third goal, and you think Port Adelaide are back in the fight. 10-17, they trail the Bays 12-9.
Oh, 2 minutes ago they looked on for all money, Port Adelaide, but now they're back in it. Just 4 points separating the side, and this movement bringing Borlase onto the ground is paid handsomely. Came on after half-time, and he's booted 3 goals now, and Port are back with a real chance. 14 and a half minutes into the quarter, they're 10-17 to the Bays 12-9.
Both big ruckmen very tired. Russell Johnson perhaps finishing just a shade stronger than Peter Carey, although the Bayman's got a gigantic heart. Up they go. Maynard tried to run it through, couldn't. Out the back goes Curtis, but there'll be another bounce down. Peter Carey, as you can see, very, very tired. Approaching 15 minutes. Traditionally the halfway mark of a quarter. 12-9 the Bays, Port Adelaide 10-17. Curtis again, Phillips, don't know about the handball, to no one in particular. The Kernahan kick, searches for the boundary, finds it. Just the attack side of centre wing for Port Adelaide. The Magpies down by 4 points.
Wouldn't the Bays love another ruckman on the bench now to give Peter Carey a bit of a breather, but geez, got a heart the size of his body. McDermott gives it back, Marshall towards Kernahan, concedes ground, hooks back centre field. Maynard's going to have to work hard for this one. Russell Johnson, in goes Murphy. Players stack up and you think they're getting tired. A bounce by umpire Thorpe between wing and centre. 12-9 to 10-17. I agree with the boys. Port Adelaide looked history 5 minutes ago, but they're only 4 points down in the mothball semi-final. Bump to the half-forward line. Boyd, Stringer. Cross comes Fiarchi. Taps the ball towards the line. The Port crowd want a holding the man decision. Hold on. And umpire Thorpe gets another round of derogatory applause from the crowd.
Crackerjack game, been a beauty all day. 4 points in it at the moment. We are 16 minutes into the quarter, and umpire Thorpe comes in to bounce it again. Oh, it's just so tight and desperate at the moment. Neither side giving an inch. Peter Carey is just about euchred. Up high went Phelps. Hewitt will lead in the race for the ball as Salisbury waits in the wings. Hewitt hooks it back, big leap. Off hands Harrison, his kick was smothered. Carey raises a gallop and gets it forward. Anderson goes in strongly, out goes Maynard. Curtis is clear. Now to Harvey, Port going forward. The pass, half volley by Tyler, a difficult one. Caught by Cruz. Winton goes in to help and goes for the line. They want a free, but they're not going to get one. Throw in right half forward flank, Port into attack, trailing by 4 points.
Port Adelaide just edging that ball inch by inch closer to their forward zone. Easily on that occasion by Russell Johnston, but too many players around there, and umpire Port will have to bounce it again. Scott Salisbury onto the ground now. Should be fresh legs there, but Port Adelaide have got John Harvey on. The Magpies obviously need to get in front. It's gone out of bounds again, and there'll be a throw in. Right half forward flank for the Magpies, and they're trailing by just 4 points.
I think the next goal could win the match. Both teams very, very tired indeed. Phillips over the top. Anderson gives a chance. Harrison, 45 metres out and closing, puts it on a try. Coming back. Well, unbelievable luck for Port Adelaide. That's the 5th time for the afternoon. Cannot take a trick, but it brings them now to within 3 points of the Bays.
Can you believe it? 5 times they've hit the post. They've kicked 10 goals, 18, and trailed by 3 points. West towards half forward. Chance again for Harrison, tricked by his own man. He tries to get the handball back in the direction of Obst. He's beset upon. Well, Murphy went in strongly. McDermott at the bottom of it. Umpire Thorpe into bounce. 18 minutes gone. We've got 7 minutes of football plus time on. You couldn't have a more tense situation than the one we've got now. Just 3 points separating the sides. As Phillips smashes it forward, taken by Maynard. Fiarchi out in front, couldn't control it. Abernethy goes to get it. Play on the corner. No, the ball will go back. I think the mark may have been paid to Fiarchi. Fiarchi now puts it to half forward. Harvey's out in front of Salisbury. Takes a fine mark. Fresh legs from Harvey. Wants to get on with it quickly. He's got Johnson at centre half forward. In the middle, Murphy. Oh, what a defensive mark. He made great metres to get back, and he had Johnson Johnson to climb over and did it well. Murphy pushes it out for McDermott. McDermott's played a magnificent last quarter.
Has he ever? He's had 17 kicks so far today, but he's really lifted this work rate in the last quarter. Donovan is short, but McDermott is going to go over that player. Hall is in front of the pack. The big smash comes. McTavish in there working hard for the Bays. And the umpire will bounce it. Umpire Laurie Argent. Port Adelaide trail by 3 points, having booted 18 points and having hit the post 3 times. 5 in fact. Away goes Ginniver. Tries to run away, but that was well played by McTavish to retard him. So the ball is stopped out there on centre wing and there will be a bounce down. Yeah, I thought 3 posters was bad enough, but 5. Gee. Well, the boys of West Adelaide cut one down at the end of the 58 grand final, I think it was. You might see that happen again. Well, they'll need a blowtorch with this lot, Daisy. I think they're aluminium, aren't they?
Yeah, you're dead right, Peter. We got the top of the goalpost on our barbecue. 12-9 to 10-18, 3 points the difference in the mothball final. Throw in, Johnson against Carey. The tired bodies go in. Carey trying to get it back, Ginniver in there, and players simply going up and down on the same spot. Peter Carey says, do I have to get up? Wouldn't the Bays love to have another ruckman there now? He gets to his feet, but what a magnificent game he's played. Brilliant in the first quarter. I think he had about 8 or 9 kicks. Bounce down, right half forward. Carey gets the tap away. Leslie can't get through. They still worming there for it. Ginniver in, and umpire Argent can't sort a free kick out, and he's going to bounce it again on that half forward right flank. 12-9 to 10-18. The Bays by 3 points.
It's more like a rugby scrum at the moment. Johnson, Abernethy over the top. Winton almost got a kick forward, and it's just a miracle if you can get a kick in there at the moment. There's Phelps, he can't get it out. The umpire will bounce it. He's so desperate at the moment. One movement forward by either side and the game can be won. The Bays have it slightly in their attacking zone. Johnson went too early. Alan Stringer got it from Anderson, who's put it very high indeed. Hall against Leslie. Hall at the back had a hand on it, almost taken by Kernahan, but he was run down. And again they've mopped up very well, Port Adelaide. Got back and covered up. Now umpire Argent will bounce it yet again. 21.5 minutes into the quarter and still Port trailing by 3 points.
Energy sapping stuff this. Down it goes towards Abernethy. No free kick given. Woodlands may have kicked it out on the full, so Port Adelaide will have the chance to bring it back. Leslie's the player. 21 scoring shots to 28. Bays lead by 3 points. A few people leaving the grandstand here. I think the pressure's got a bit too much for them. Abernethy again. Skirts the boundary line with that one. John Harvey with fresh legs. Chases the ball over there. But there'll be a throw in just the attack side of centre wing now for Port Adelaide.
It's Wayne of Eric Freeman and Russell Ebert. They can't believe it. They'd love to be out there, both of them champion footballers in their day. The throw in at centre wing. Johnson gets the tap away. Harvey goes in. He appeared to get a high tackle. The umpire said play on. Over goes Ginniver. In goes McDermott as well. But gee, oh golly gosh, as the boy said, it's hard to get a kick out there. A throw in, half forward, left flank of Port Adelaide. They're edging it around towards their attacking division. They go in again. Johnson this time hooks it cleverly. Back to Anderson. Handball aerial ping pong. This time it came from Stringer, and again it's out of play on the outer side of the ground.
Precious time ticking away for the Bays as Rowan Smith runs the boundary line. The action's on the other side. Port trailing by 3 points as we go to the 23-minute mark. Here they go. Phillips pushes it out wide. Ken Harvey control it. He's under pressure from Glenelg. Slips to his hands and knees. Phillips gets it on. Delkin now for Port Adelaide. They're deep into attack. Leap wanted. Almost ballways. Salisbury caught. Harrison leads it. Tries to get clear. He's lost it to Donovan. Donovan beset upon by ballways. The Bays running it deep into defence. Finally comes out to West. The Bays are clear. Oh, here's a chance for the Bays. Marshall will get there first. Adebar, lovely bounce. Marshall wants to handball it on to Salisbury. Now the chance for the Bays as Salisbury boots it towards half forward. Too long for McTavish. Tony Hall was clean ball, but he's got it back. Lovely handball to Hall, but the ball is out of bounds. Oh, controversial decision. I'm not sure whether it was or not, Ian and Peter, but umpire has indicated that way. 23 and a half minutes into the quarter.
Yeah, I think he might have put the hand out. Phelps had to get rid of it. Now Abernethy normally does something with it. He can see Phillips running into the open spot. Cruz, great work, Max Cruz. Kernahan, Phillips is down. Oh, that's holding the ball, surely. No, the umpire says play on. Perhaps that one might be. Well, if you can get 1 out of 2, you're pretty lucky out there. Abernethy. 23rd kick to Abernethy. Port Adelaide wouldn't have many more chances. Off hands it comes. The kick out. Oh, Bay players everywhere. Phillips can hardly move. They can't pick it up out there. Kidney finally gets it. Oh. Well, Tyler came in and met Kidney, and it appears that a free kick is going downfield for a high tackle. Free kick to be taken by Donovan. Donovan goes long. Russell Johnson comes across. Now Leslie, Anderson, Port Adelaide again. The handball came out to Geneva. Geneva looking for Tyler. Oh, great effort there by Grenvold. Couldn't take the mark. Now Geneva have to get rid of it quickly. Abernethy, he's the star. Abernethy, a brilliant player, and he's missed. Oh, Port Adelaide have missed again. They're 2 points down now, and Daisy, we are into time on.
Oh, Peter, you're not wrong. 5 goals in the last quarter. I give it 3 to 4 minutes maximum for one of these teams in 87, and what a thriller it's been. Donovan's kick in, Johnson gets the leap, can't bring it down, raising legs, Grenvold, within there is Harvey, the umpire's paid the free kick, handy one for the Bays, 2 points the difference. Grenvold, and what a player he's been for the Bays. David Grenvold, half-back flank, very tired indeed, as most of his teammates in opposition are, up towards the half-back line. Martin Leslie, Port Adelaide come attacking again. Kick a long one in towards half-forward line. Dowkin there, West over the top. Great mark, too far out to score, I think. He's going to play on, he's been asked to play on now. Dowkin gives out the handball. Abernethy, can he do it this time? Puts the kick on the way. Touch and go right in the square, and it's going offline, just offside. 1 point, no, it's out of play in the right full forward pocket. 2 points the difference.
26 and a half minutes into the quarter. Maybe Port Adelaide's last chance. They're deep into attack. Somehow they need to get a goal. Carey's caught. McDermott gets it clear. They're going to get out of it, I think. Salisbury and Murphy. Murphy's run himself back into trouble. Gets it to McDermott. Phelps at the back of Winton. And Winton marks. Winton has marked at half-back. And that attacking move by Port Adelaide has been thwarted yet again by the Bays. Spine-tingling stuff. Oh, West running wide on the outer side, but Winton hasn't seen him. Instead, he hugs the boundary line. Grandstand side, Tony Hall at the back couldn't. Almost a mark in front to Phelps. Umpire Argent in to bounce it. We've gone past 2 minutes of time on. Glenelg leading by 2 points.
Can't be much time left. If Port Adelaide is going to win it, that'll have to come back, Laurie. If Port Adelaide is going to win this game, they will need to go forward and boot a goal. This quarter they've gone forward on 4 occasions and they've kicked 2 goals too. One of those was a poster. Abernethy punched the ball out. Salisbury in there, they won't get it off him. McDermott also in there, and umpire Laurie Argent will have to bounce it again. It's on centre wing. Peter Carey coming down. 27, pretty close to 28 minutes gone now. Bays have got the breeze. Anderson went through his legs. No, Carey's on the ball, so there'll be another bounce.
Oh, the sands of time running out for Port Adelaide in 1987. 28 minutes gone. There can't be more than a minute left. They're 2 points down. Can they get out of this? Johnson against Carey. Tied bodies again. Johnson, Anderson. The handball. Curtis.